Check, check, check. Well, it looks like the feds are trying to keep me out of Rage Against the Regime. They shut me down on Truth Stinger, so they're trying to get me off the air, but I will succeed in getting this message out. Tonight we had an orchestrated event by the BLM, the Nation of Islam, Loretta Lynch, Obama, and the La Raza movement here in Texas, and the White Apologists orchestrated a supposed demonstration or protest against the loss of life at the hands of police officers in 2 other states. It had nothing to do with Texas. They orchestrated an event, put snipers in place. We now have 3 confirmed dead officers, a total of 11 shot. 3 or 4 are in grave condition, expected not to make it. Some are in surgery, and that is all the information that I can get to you at this time. I tried unsuccessfully to do this show 5 or 6 different times. This is for people in Texas and actually people across the country that hear this. And every one of you, every one of you that hears this show, it's going to take a little effort on your part. It's going to take you actually taking action and doing something productive. This show needs to be in the hands of every friend and phone being hacked, and the conversation between him and one of the Muslim pigs from the Nation of Islam, I believe, who is a Black Panther member. I can't recall his name. Of course, it's one of those funky-ass names that you wouldn't remember. They always take a Muslim name. But the phone was hacked, and it was vetted that was not a created document, but that it was, in fact, a real document of screenshots of DeRay's phone. In the conversation, Loretta Lynch, just like William Holder, is giving directives to the BLM, to the Nation of Islam, via Obama, via Hillary, via the government in Washington, D.C. They're not government people. These people are mafia thugs. They usurped. The coup d'etat has already been established. Now, they can't take the entire nation until they take the people. And these particular groups are calling for the genocide of whites, the execution of cops. And these people are not in jail. And the execution of cops has been taking place now for the last 3 years extensively at the hands of black thugs all across the nation. And in one of the videos that I posted up 3 years ago of a Border Patrol agent, a DHS officer, underground, talking about kill the whites, kill every one of them, no matter the age. We'll take them out one at a time. We'll make it look like random crime. Well, see, this has been happening, and this is what they've been doing. But tonight they stepped it up a few, and they took it to the next level. And they weren't happy creeping up like cowardly little rabid bastards and popping them in the head while they're sitting eating their lunch in their squad cars. Tonight, they orchestrated this bullshit protest by these Black Lives Matter. I got a word for them. F you, Black Lives Matter. F you. If I run into any of you, I'll break you in two. If I get within 50 feet of D-Ray, that nigger can't run fast enough to get away from me. I'm telling you right now, I'll snap his friggin' head off his body, and I'll shit down his neck and send his dead-ass carcass to his mom, and it's going to have a label attached to the body, and it's going to say, the Truth Stinger, I'm tired of your BLM shit. Your murdering little bastards come home for the last time. Listen, it's time to mop the streets up with these thugs. And it's time to send a message to Washington. But more importantly, it's time to send a message to your state governors and your state representatives. And the message needs to be this. We want right now in place that they are all terrorists. We want warrants for their arrest. We want to refuse them what they call a right to assemble and protest, because this isn't assembling and protesting. This is execution. This is division. This is hatred in the nation. This is inciting terrorism in this country. It's time for... Look, they're showing the nigger's face, one of the shooters. Okay, one was shot through his vest, so they had bullets that penetrate armor. Hold on, this breaking news. I'm going to report on this in just a moment. Let me see if I can turn it up where you can hear it.
And so you're seeing a great picture of his face. Dallas police say, if you know this man, if you're watching Fox 4 News right now and you know this man from any place at any time, call the number on the screen now, 214-671-3485. This is a night like no other in the history of the city of Dallas. Chief?
Sean, you know, I'd like to say a couple of things. This is going to go down.
All right. That's that was the live broadcast. They're still broadcasting live here in Dallas, and this is a sad day. It's a sad day because we could have stopped this ourselves, Patriots. It's a sad day because you sit back on a keyboard and you talk about, well, I'm solo and I can't this and I can't that, and I'm only one person. No, you're one person until you go call your buddy and you say, hey, get in the truck. We're going to split the gas costs because I'm a little skinny on money. We're going to go somewhere. It's your fault. It's your fault and your fault and your fault and your fault. I know I can't do it. I want to do it. But if they bring it to my doorstep, I've got a news flash for everybody listening to this, and I'm going to get back to on topic. Your doorstep is the soil of America. The borders of this country, that's your doorstep. Stop telling me that you're not going to do anything because you don't want to be on anybody's radar. You're on the radar. They're calling for your death. And you won't know their face because it's going to be some random pavement knuckle dragging piece of shit, black thug that pops you when you get out of your driveway in your car because you're white. Not because they know your name, okay? Or some wetback bitch that crossed the border or some, and when I say wetback, listen, come across the border, that's what wetback means. It means you came in illegally. You came across that river illegally. Or you came through that border illegally. That's a wetback, and wetback comes from many countries. But they're here, and they're pouring in daily. And with those exposed texts of D. Ray McKinnison, D. Ray, I want your head on a platter, boy. I want you so bad, I can taste it. I want you taken out and taken down. Don't want to execute you. I'm not calling for your execution because I'm not a lawless fucking thug. But I am calling for your coma. Okay, boy? I'm calling for every bone in your body to be broken. I'm calling for somebody to make you a vegetable so that you'll have to live in that trap body. Because you are a murderer. You're a demon. You are the devil's son. And the hatred and the division that you have brought to this nation for money, for greed, for power. I'm about to knock your friggin' staff out of your hand, boy. I'm about to wipe up your street with your ass, D. Ray. And you can take that back to all your little thugs and your little merry group of men and women in the BLM that are causing this. You event coordinators and shit. I'm coming after you. I'm going to find out who you are. And we're going to come get you. We're going to track you down. We're going to hunt you like a dog. Like you're hunting the cops and you're hunting the white people down. We're going to come after you. We're going to come take your shit. We're going to come take your life away from you. Except we're not going to execute and kill you. We're going to beat the living shit out of you and make a citizen's arrest. That's how we're going to do it. I want to be clear on that. I am calling for immediate arrest of the usurper in the White House, Obama, Barry, you little Muslim faggot. I'm calling for your arrest. Right now, not in a minute. Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, I'm calling for your arrest, you murdering pigs. William Holder, just because you're not in the seat doesn't exonerate you from your past crimes against humanity and the murders and execution of cops and whites in America. Oh, Miss Loretta Lynch, I got a special love affair for you. I don't just want you in cuffs. I hope they beat the shit out of you when they put you in them. You evil, wicked little bitch. I'm calling for your arrest right now. If they step foot in your state for any reason, if they leave their little fortress in Washington, D.C., I want everybody in America to ascend on your state capitals and demand that your governors call the BLM, the La Raza movement, and the Nation of Islam and the Black Panthers terrorist organizations. And I want them picked up and arrested when they hit the streets and they organize the next orchestrated event of execution of whites and cops. I want them picked up. Now, see, the only reason that this shit has continued this long is because you, the patriot, the I can't do this patriot, or if they step on my porch patriot, stop being a coward. Stop living in fear, because your fear is going to kill you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your fear is the reason these cops are dead. And if that rubs you the wrong way, let me just shove some more truth down your throat and up your butt. You know I can't do, I've got life, I can't take off, I can't share the show, I can't put it in the hands of every friend I know. You're the reason this country is going to shit. You're the reason that you're sealing the fate and the deaths of every person that dies at the hand of this madness that is being orchestrated by this mafia that is taking over the coup d'etat in Washington, D.C., by these thugs that are in place in local government, by these corrupt judges, and by these pussies they call governors that are nothing more than agents for the oligarchy. See, you outnumber them by the millions. And the only reason they're still sitting in their position and oppressing you and extorting from you and keeping you in friggin' some kind of an imaginary cuff, it's like some kind of invisible window of containment, is because you ain't got the balls to stand up and do what your forefathers would have done, and that's knock some damn boots and kick some friggin' skulls in. You hear what I'm saying? In other words, you let them know who's the fucking boss. You let them know who pays their paycheck. You let them know who gave them the privilege to govern the states for you. You let them know right now they're not above the law and they're working for the wrong fucking company, because the company they need to be working for right now, and they better understand, is the united people of this great nation. And I ain't talking about the commie little millennial fucks that you guys have bred and let hit us like we're some kind of friggin' Jew in a execution camp or an extermination camp in Germany in 1940. These little millennial Nazi fucks need their asses kicked, and you parents who have birthed them should be the ones kicking their ass, because if you turn them out on me, I don't love them like you do. And I'm not going to treat them with the kind of patience you have. I'm going to send them home to you in a body bag if I have my way in the argument. In other words, get your children in fucking line, because the freight train that's coming is going to put them in their grave. I'm not going to put up with another mealy-mouthed little 20-year-old blonde-headed green-eyed bitch, Nazi Bernie foreskin sucking. I don't give a shit if she is your daughter, running her little dick sucker at me and telling me how the cow chewed the cud and telling me fuck you. Because the next time that happens, I'm going to plant her head in the cement so far down that it's going to take a bulldozer and a front loader to pull her ass out. I'm telling you now, get your families in order and get your children in line. I don't care if they're 25 or 10. Get your children lined up, because they're coming to kill your children. They're using them right now. They're tools, and they're too ignorant to know it. Take their damn cell phones away. Take their damn car keys away. Take their stupid Xbox and PlayStation away and disconnect the fucking cable. And put them in homeschool at home and pick their friends, okay? You control every aspect of their damn life. You do whatever you have to do if they're in your household. If they're out of your household, you better sit down and have a good talk with them, because there's some patriots like me, we're real sick of their shit. I love you, but I'm going to tell you right now, that little demon that you spewed out that's coming at me sideways is going to bite off some old school ass whipping. I'm not even kidding you. I'm at my wit's end. I'm at my wit's end. It's time to clean it up. Everybody listening to this show, you may or may not agree with my language, or you may or may not agree with the way that I'm giving this message out tonight, but this is it for me. 2 weeks ago, an ISIS bastard told the police officer right here in Arlington, Texas, less than 2 miles from my house, he was with ISIS. He had weapons in his car. He aggressively tried to attack the officer. 2 good Samaritans and a stun gun took that little bastard down and put him in cuffs. And he stated he was affiliated with ISIS and that he would kill that police officer. 2 days later, I'm at a fast food joint down the street getting some grilled chicken. MS-13, fucking Mexican wetback and El Salvadorian or whatever South American nation they came out of, invaders, out there speaking foreign language in the parking lot with MS-13 tattooed on their fucking forearm and tattoos all over their necks and their faces. Listen, that's in my backyard. And now I got BLM over here executing cops. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you something right now. You're in my yard. You're knocking on my door when you step onto American soil. But now you're in my yard. You're in my city. You're in my state. I'm about to give you an old-fashioned ass whipping. And I'm going to send you packing crime back to your mama. Or I'm going to send you back in a box. You terrorist organizations, you have no place in my city. You have no place in my state. I'm Becky Williams, the Truth Stinger, and I'll lead a fucking army down the street of thousands of men if I can get them up off the damn couch and out of their safe zone. And I'll march down the street every time I know BLM is showing up. And I'll march down the street with a friggin' aluminum baseball bat if I have to. And I'll beat the infernal dog shit out of the little mouthy, rabid, frenzied bastards. They won't get up in their face and get violent with people. I got no problem sending their bodies and their heads home separated by a bat. I got no problem putting a bullet in them if they come at me aggressively. And I have absolutely no fear of death. I'm their biggest friggin' nightmare. I'm pissed off. I'm fed up. I'm too old to give a shit and too young to sit in a rocking chair. I'm skilled in martial arts. I'm trained in weapons. And I'm just pissed off. Enough to not give a shit anymore. I'm willing to die to save this country. My question to you is, are you willing to just do what needs to be done? I'm not telling you to go kill anybody. I asked you to file exempt. You refused to do it. I asked you to get the show out and tag every friend on your friends list. I don't care if it takes you 2 hours. You spend that much time looking at stupid shit that you share on Facebook all day. I'm asking you to send it out and text it to your friends and your family. Then I'm asking you to call a little barbecue together with people in your area. And y'all get together and organize. And you get together with people in the next county and organize with them. It's simple math, people. It takes effort, people. Don't tell me how badass you are. Be about it. We've got 3 officers dead. We've got 4 clinging to life. A total of 11 shot. This was an orchestrated event by the BLM, by La Raza, the white apologist, and the Nation of Islam is also in there. And I'm going to tell you right now, these little bastards don't just crawl out like cockroaches in a matter of hours to do a protest. It's a very well organized, and guess who was an organizer? Obama. Hillary Clinton, all these little Nazi bastards got this underground organization down to a fucking science. Meanwhile, patriots are so motivated, they just about can get down to the fucking Walmart. Or perhaps down to an FTX once every 6 months. Then stand around and rub their bellies and pat themselves on the back for doing 4 hours of work. Not gonna be how it is in real life, boys and girls. Not gonna be like that. I went down to the shooting range today. I don't give a shit. It was a piece of paper that was less than 100 feet from you, and it was standing still and you shot it. You badass. You got a target. Man, dead on. You hit the bullseye every time. Got a kill spot every time. Try doing that with a moving object. Okay? People don't generally just stand there if you're engaged in battle. Unfortunately for these police officers tonight, they were there to make sure that the city of Dallas was intact when these protesting rabid little pavement ape porch monkeys finished their shit, their protest, and to make sure the city wasn't burning and to make sure that there was no confrontation with citizens. For that, it cost them their lives. This was an orchestrated event. And the FBI being here, fuck you, FBI. You're a joke. You work for the federal government. You work for the coup d'etat. You work for the oligarchy. You work for the elitists. I don't believe for a minute the FBI is going to do shit about anything. All they do is investigate. Well, I'm telling you where they can start their investigation. Try the BLM, La Raza, the Nation of Islam, Obama, and Loretta Lynch. How about you try that shit on? Chew that tobacco, boys. Everybody that can hear this show, it's going to be your fault the next time a cop is executed if you can't make a little bit of effort. And tag everybody you know to this show. Because now that I've gotten all that out of my neck and I'm finished complaining, I'm going to give you some hardcore information. And that hardcore information is this. Get your ass up. Take your day off from work. Use your PTO. Call in a sick day. Get your friends, your family that you're going to tag to this show. And y'all march down to your capital in your state. I don't give a shit if it's 400 miles away. Mine happens to be about 200 from my house. But I'm going to get up and I'm going to go drive in with some friends in the morning. And you get on that front lawn. Don't you worry about a permit. You don't need to pay for a protest against your own government. It's not a protest. It's going to be a peaceful right to assemble. And it's your constitutional right. And what I want you to do is I want you people to get your bullhorns out. And I want you to get your signs out. And I want you to call your governors and your Congress, your representative, your state representatives out on the carpet at your capitals and be relentless. If you show up in the numbers you need to, somebody will come out and speak to you. And you tell them you get a spokesperson who's articulate, can hold their tongue, and deliver the message articulately, respectively, to whomever that spokesperson is that comes out. Don't let them send some flunky bitch out, not some intern. You want to speak to the governor, the lieutenant governor, or the attorney general, and you want them out. Talking to you immediately. You don't care what they have to do to get it done, but get it done. And you tell them, we've had enough. BLM is a terrorist organization. Obama is the terrorist that's leading it. Loretta Lynch is leading it. It is time for this bullshit to stop. I'm looking at these protesters, and I don't see any whites. They were saying whites were there. Wait, there's two. I'm seeing a bunch of fucking wetbacks and a bunch of niggers. And the bitch right there in the middle of it, smiling and shit, he's one of the shooters. Got on fatigues. Probably served in the military. He's pretty fit, he's pretty buff. Black little motherfucker with a rifle. And that's who did it. He's one of them. Walking with the Black Lives Matter. But the initial report was they were outsiders. They didn't have anything to do with BLM. That bitch was walking by somebody with a BLM t-shirt. Listen, people, we have got to demand that our local and state governments call these people terrorists, call them what they fucking are. This isn't the right to assemble. This was an orchestrated event to set the cops up to be executed, and they're celebrating tonight all across this country. Every BLM, every Black Panther member, every fucking bitch in the Nation of Islam, and Obama's sitting up there probably sucking down a nice cup of Arabic coffee and laughing about it while he smokes dope out of his hookah pipe. Loretta Lynch is getting a attaboy. She probably just got dropped another 10 or 20 million in some fucking bank account somewhere because this was a successful execution. This is a covert operation, people, and they want martial law, and this is part of their summer of chaos. Get down to your state capitals. Get this show in everybody's hands. Get your ass up. It is time to take your friggin' country back. Stop being a coward. Stop giving excuses. Get your ass up and organize. That's how you organize. You don't organize with me 7 states over on a damn computer over the telephone. You get with your people in your local area. You call your friends and your family, and you get them on board with what needs to be done. And you get with the boys in the next county over to you, and now you've multiplied your number by 2 to 10, to 15, to 20, to 30, to 40. Now it's starting to grow, and they get with their buddies over in the other county. You get with your organizations. You get with your backer groups. You get with your oath keepers. Oath keepers, it's time for you to do your job. And it's your job because you keep claiming it. Had somebody tell me the other day, I already served once and sacrificed once. Now I'm waiting on y'all. Fuck you. Don't tell me you're an oath keeper and that you intend to uphold that oath, and that's a lifetime oath to defend this country and me against foreign and domestic enemies, and then tell me you already sacrificed what you were going to sacrifice. Listen, then quit bragging about your oath you took. Stop pounding your chest. You don't want to serve this country? Then get the fuck out of our way. But stop pretending you're going to be somebody when you have no intentions of doing it. I'm an oath keeper. I never served in the military. My oath to this country is I will die for you to defend you. And the same goes for my family and my friends and even the strangers that I don't even know. Even the kids of these porch monkeys. I fight for them. It's not their fault. They were born into that ignorant mentality. I'll defend and stand for them too. Get up off your ass. Do a little bit of effort. Make some effort. Okay? Stop sharing the madness on Facebook. It's controlled. That's feds keeping an eye on you and controlling your emotions and controlling your anger levels. Stop. Just stop. I'm going to do another show, and I'm going to have to be real articulate in it. I'm about to send a very clear and present message. Probably going to get a knock on the door from the feds, but I really don't give a rat's ass. I'm going to send a clear and present message to the Nation of Islam, to the BLM, to La Raza, and to the invaders in this country, and to my state government. And then I'm going to mass blast it to every Latino and every Middle Eastern, Al Jazeera's, I don't give a shit. I'm going to send it to every hip-hop radio station. I'm going to blast that bitch to everybody, and it's going to be a very clear message, and the message is this, basically. I'm going to have to go back to Governor Becky Williams, and I'm going to have to be articulate and intelligent and not use my Tourette's on air, but I'm going to get the message across, but it's going to be very clear. We're about to wipe up the streets with your weave. We're going to have to clean the blood up, and it's going to be your spilled blood if you don't cut the shit. We're calling for your arrest. We're tired of your black lie bullshit. You have every privilege that everybody else is denied. We're tired of you crying foul. Whites are killed. More whites are killed by cops every year, and we're not acting ignorant. Not saying that all cops are bad, and I'm not saying they're all good, but I am saying more whites are killed than blacks, and whites don't get out and act like ignorant idiots. So, it's time for us to send a clear and present message, and we'll make this first message a verbal message. And for the radio stations that are out there assisting in this hate and division that's causing the loss of life, we'll burn them to the ground if they keep it up. I'll burn it down. I said it. a minute. We will shut them down. Period. Destroy it. There'll be no place to broadcast from. We've been calm. We've been good, law-abiding citizens up to now. But now you're in my backyard. Now I'm gonna respond to your war that you've waged on America. We're already under martial law, people. Anybody that thinks you're not under some form of martial law is either brain dead or an absolute idiot. They want to bring it up to the next level where they can kill us in the streets, where soldiers can kick in our doors, or so-called brown shirt law enforcement. Well, I'm not going to let them take us there. I'm not going to let them bring it to my door. See, I'm going to meet them in the street. I'm going to protect my family behind the door, so to speak. But I'm going to take it to their yard. I'm going to get in their face, and I'm going to shut them down. Now, I'm expecting you people to do the same, and the way we're going to have to do this is we're going to have to make our state governments and local governments understand that this shit's going to stop. This is our state. It's a privilege for you to serve us. And we're tired of serving you. So you stand up, America. You get your collective shit together. You sacrifice just a little bit. Find your balls if you've got them hidden in your wife's purse or you forgot where you put them in the shed. Find your testicles and reattach them and get your ass in gear. And you get out there and you be a warrior and you save this damn country. And the way we're going to need to do this is not get out and get all pissed off and start popping fire off in the street. We don't need to be popping shots off at each other until it's time. Everybody keeps telling me it's not time. I personally think it's past time, but I'm not going to promote that kind of or initiation of war. Response to war. We should be doing it because they're fucking killing us, okay? All right? They're killing us. So I'm going to suggest that you do this one last thing since you couldn't file exempt to shut this shit down. Get the show in everybody's hands. Get your ass up in the morning. Go by and pick up Joe, Bob, Betty, whoever. Pack the car tight. Get your bullhorns and get down there and demand that somebody come out and talk to you, and you demand these organizations be called what they are. They're terrorist organizations. It's costing the lives of Americans, and you're not going to tolerate it anymore. And if they come out in the streets in your state again, that the local law enforcement better by God be putting them in fucking cuffs, or you're going to take care of business your damn self. And the kind of business we're going to have to be pushed into is the kind that costs somebody their life. So you make it clear to your government that you no longer will tolerate this kind of terrorism in your state. And that when they try to organize and get out in the middle of the street, they're already on the list of terrorists. And they are rebuked and refused this little jihad propaganda that they have brought to American soil. This is a war tactic. They're not going to be allowed to go through our streets and do the shit that they do and to feed a fucking frenzy of this Black Lives Matter shit. I'm sick of it. And you should be tired of it too. And for the families, now I want to close with a prayer after all that cussing. Don't judge me. Shut up. I'm doing what you won't do, you little coward. For you little mental masturbators out there that want to criticize how I'm doing this, you shut up and sit down. I don't see you doing anything. Just shut up. Let's have our prayer. And let's have prayer for the families of the fallen tonight, the lives that it affected, the friends, the communities that loved them, that knew them, are without them for all eternity now. This, you're going to wake up next week, hopefully, and you're going to forget all about this. And this didn't touch your life like it touched theirs. But I'm going to tell you something. This is a lifetime sentence for them. This is something they got to live with every day. This is a hell. This is a personal prison. These family members have just been put in by these fucking thugs. These niggers. I said it. Nigger! It's a lifetime sentence for those kids. It's a lifetime sentence for the mothers and the fathers and the wives and husbands and the grandparents and the siblings. It's a lifetime sentence of injustice and torment. Because you won't get up and you won't stop it. You make every excuse why you can't do something, but you'll show up at every damn sporting event you get your hands on because it means something to you. You go hunting. You take your vacation. You go meet your buddies for pool, but you can't get down to the capitals. Tired of it. Tired of it. Stand up. Find your balls. Stop being a coward. Father God, I lift these people up to you. I lift these people that died tonight needlessly. And I ask you, Lord, please bring peace to their families. God, please give vigilance to the people who need to rise up and take care of this business. Make their feet steady. Give them discernment. Give them courage. Father, I lift the kids up. Those poor babies. Gonna wake up in the morning without a mama or daddy. The spouse whose heart is just gonna break and they're gonna ache forever for the loss. For this senseless loss that could have been prevented. I curse those in the name of Jesus that are behind this. I smite my enemy in the name of Jesus. Smite them. This is just horrible. It's fucking horrible. Dear Lord, please forgive my language. Please forgive my sin. Please forgive my deliverance. Let every ear be bent to this message. In Jesus' name, I pray. I can't say anything else, people. I gotta go. I'm too upset. Get down to your capitals. Get this message out to everybody. And stop this stuff. Stop this madness. Take this damn country back. In Jesus' name, do it. For you, for your family. This is a true stinger, and I'm out.